Welcome to today's recorded demonstration, where we'll focus on the tight integration delivered between SAP HCM and the SuccessFactors cloud-based business execution suite. For many of our customers, this hybrid solution represents the best of both worlds, a way that they can continue to leverage their existing deployment of SAP HCM along with the very best solution the industry has to offer to manage talent in your organization. In this demonstration, we'll focus on just how easy and seamless it is to move data from SuccessFactors to SAP using SAP's delivered integration. In this recorded demonstration, we'll be logging into the system as Carla Grant, a manager within the organization. We'll start with reviewing the salary of one of Carla's employees through the SAP Manager Self-Service Portal. And from that same portal, we can also seamlessly access the SuccessFactors compensation planning tool without the need to log into a separate solution. We'll then go ahead and complete a salary adjustment for Carla's employee within SuccessFactors compensation planning. After running a simple import process, we'll then review the new salary information within SAP for the employee that was updated using the delivered integration from SAP NetWeaver Process Integration. This demonstration is a simple example, yet it provides real insight on just how this hybrid solution provides a seamless user experience for managers to simplify navigation. Data integrity by using NetWeaver Process Integration to ensure that data is always in sync. And it's a solution that's delivered and supported by a single organization, SAP. So that as changes take place in either SAP HCM or the SuccessFactors, you can be sure that the integration works seamlessly. So we're going to start today's demonstration from within the SAP Manager Self-Service Portal. And you can see that this has an updated look and feel. It is the latest and greatest version of SAP HCM. And in the upper right-hand side, I can see I'm logged in as Carla Grant. And the way that she would access her direct reports is through the Manager Self-Service menu item. I'm simply going to click on the Home menu item, and that will bring me to all of my direct reports. I can see in the Team window all of my direct reports, and if I highlight my cursor over any of these pictures, it will give me some very basic information regarding each of these employees. And if I want a little bit more detailed information, I can select the contextual menu right next to their picture. And next to profiles, I'm going to look at their employee profile. Again, if I looked at any of these other pieces of information, that would actually bring us into SuccessFactors, any of their talent-related information. But employee profile is coming directly from SAP. So now as I take a look at Marcus's profile, I can see his communication information, personnel structure, etc. But I'm really going to hone in on his salary data information within this window. And I can see that Marcus is paid $7,958.33. That's a biweekly amount, so that roughly equates to around $191,000 a year for his base salary. So I'm going to go ahead and close out of the screen. And now that we verify what his base salary is right now, we can now go ahead and access SuccessFactors compensation planning. To do that, again, I'm using the same exact menu structure. And all of these components right down here next to talent management relate to SuccessFactors. But I don't have to go to a separate application. I can access them directly from here. So under compensation, I'm going to select compensation planning. And you can see that I do not have to sign on again. It's using single sign-on. And using single sign-on makes it absolutely seamless to your end users. And leveraging the delivered data integration makes it absolutely seamless for the folks managing your technical infrastructure. So I'm going to go ahead and maximize my window. And I can see I can pick from a variety of different active plans or historical plans that I may have had out here. So here's last year's. So I'm going to go ahead and select the most recent. And that will bring me now into my planning screen. So as I scroll down a little bit, again, I can see all of my direct team members appearing here. I can see their ratings coming through from performance management. Again, it's completely integrated with SuccessFactors performance management. I can also see what my budgets are and how much is remaining in my budget. So for right now, I'm just going to make an adjustment to Marcus Hoff. And again, I can see there is his annual salary of $191,000. And I'm going to come over here and I'm going to give him actually a pretty sizable increase so that we can see that as we go back over to the base salary. So I'm simply going to key in that information and click on Save. You can see that it actually calculates what the percentage is. I could have entered that as a percentage of well. It's really up to the individual manager whether they want to enter a percentage amount or a total dollar amount. So now that I've saved my information, I can now exit from the compensation planning screen. At this part of the demonstration, I'm now going to log in as an HR administrator. So as you can see from the landing page, SAP continues to innovate around the user interface for the core SAP HCM solution. You can easily take action on anything that you need to right from here. The search field allows you to easily search for employees, positions, or organizational units. The tasks area alerts you to the transactions that you need to take action on by priority. And if I scroll over a little bit more, I can see that there are also actions and analytics. Actions allows you immediate access to the workforce transactions that you commonly need to execute, such as new hires and terminations. And analytics, of course, provides immediate access to the reports that you commonly need to access. And these menu items can even be tailored to each individual user. So now let's take a look at analytics. Now that we have completed our compensation planning, we need to execute two simple transactions to bring that data from SuccessFactors into SAP and to activate those changes. One transaction to do the importing of the data, and one transaction to activate those changes. Now, whereas most of the integration that SAP delivers is automated, we've chosen this method of integration as we've found that most of our customers want to allow access to the compensation tool over a period of time, and then only import once all planning activity has been completed. So to run this two-step process, I first select the import process under Compensation Import. And in the demonstration, we are running this only for Marcus Hoff, but in a production environment, you could of course bring all compensation changes for the entire enterprise into SAP using the same exact process. I then go ahead and execute this particular transaction to import the data. So at this point, I'm getting a message from the system letting me know that all of my employee records processed successfully. I can now close out of this, and the additional transaction that I need to execute is just to activate those compensation changes that I've just imported. Again, we're just doing this for Marcus Hoff, but of course you could execute this for the entire enterprise with one transaction. I get a message from the system letting me know that all employee records processed successfully. So now at this point, I'm going to close out of the screen and log out as the HR administrator, and then we'll come back into the system as Carla Grant in the Manager Self-Service portal within SAP to make sure that the changes have taken place on Marcus Hoff's individual personnel record. So I've now logged back in as Carla Grant, our manager, and we'll now review where we first started our demonstration today in SAP Manager Self-Service. So I'm going to go ahead back to our home screen with the Manager Self-Service. And let's take another look at Marcus Hoff. Again, he's the one that we made the compensation adjustment on. So to do that, I'm going to go ahead and select his employee profile. And now over here, we can see that the salary has already been adjusted to reflect the change that we just entered. So if you recall, we gave Marcus a $10,000 annual bonus increase, resulting in an increase from $191,000 a year to $201,000 a year. And this $8,375 represents that new salary on a bi-weekly basis. Now that the employee salary has been updated in SAP, it will automatically pay the employee through SAP payroll at this new rate as of the effective date of the transaction, either future dated or retroactively. So as we close out our demonstration today, let's think about what we've seen. We've seen how a manager in your organization could seamlessly access both your SAP HCM on-premise solution as well as the SuccessFactors cloud-based talent management solution by leveraging single sign-on capabilities, providing a unified user experience. We've also seen how employee compensation data can be easily synchronized between cloud and premise to preserve data integrity and provide one version of the truth. And the integration solution that we've just seen is developed, delivered, supported, and backed by a single organization, SAP. SAP and SuccessFactors is simply better together. Thank you for taking the time to watch the demonstration today, and we hope that this helps you get a step closer to understanding the true value of what a combined SAP and SuccessFactors solution strategy can bring to our customers.